My dear friend, today we're going to start a study of something of unmatched importance, the timeless advice found in the Ten Commandments. The Almighty gave these sacred rules to Moses at the top of Holy Mount Sinai. They have a deep and divine purpose to help us live good and meaningful lives. They were given to us with care and love, and they show us the way to a life full of purpose. So let's start this amazing journey together with our hearts wide open and our spirits on fire, fueled by the deep truths that lie ahead. First commandment. First of all, my dear friend, let's think about the powerful words, "You shall have no other gods before me." These words are more than just a rule. They are a powerful reminder of how important faith and love are in our lives. This commandment stands as a constant reminder in a world that often pulls us in different directions with its distractions and temptations. It tells us to put our trust in the one who made us, the Almighty, whose wisdom is beyond what we can understand. Imagine this law as a compass that shows you the true north in the stormy sea of life. When you choose to put God first, something amazing happens. You find a deep sense of purpose and a clear direction as you travel through the maze of existence. Holding onto your faith is like teeing yourself to a sturdy mast during a storm at sea. With God as your anchor, you become strong, unshaken by the trials that may come your way. You find strength in hardship, and you navigate through challenges with unwavering resolve. When you put God at the center of your life, you open the door to a world of purpose, meaning, and divine guidance. It's not just about following rules. It's about setting your sails toward a destination full of spiritual growth and fulfillment. So, my dear friend, in a world full of distractions and diversions, let this first commandment be your guiding star. Trust in the one who knows your heart inside and out, and you'll find the true meaning of your journey, an odyssey full of purpose, guided by unwavering faith and full of endless possibilities. Second commandment. You shall not make an idol for yourself or worship any other gods, says the Bible. This commandment, my dear friend, has a deep meaning that has echoed through the ages. It is a solemn warning not to make idols or put anything above the one true God. It is a call to keep our faith and devotion pure. In a world where materialism and distractions can be tempting, this commandment stands as a clear statement that we must not let anything replace God in our hearts. It reminds us that our connection with the divine is the source of true fulfillment and spiritual nourishment. Think of it as a safeguard for your faith. In a world where many things try to get our attention and loyalty, this commandment tells us to keep our hearts steady and our faith strong. It tells us to find our comfort, strength, and purpose in the one true God who made us. When we don't make idols or worship fake gods, we make a space in our minds that is open and receptive to the divine presence. In this space, we can really feel the depth of God's love, guidance, and wisdom. So, my friend, let this commandment always remind you of how pure and sincere your faith is. Keep your heart safe from the allure of false idols, and your devotion to the one true God will give you a deep sense of satisfaction and purpose. Third commandment. The next commandment tells us to walk with humility and respect. It says, "You shall not misuse the name of the Lord your God." This commandment is a light that tells us to honor the divine in all its glory. This commandment tells us that the name of the Lord is very important in a world where words can have a lot of power. It is a name with deep meaning, a name that captures the very spirit of Godhood. So, my friend, let's walk carefully along this road, because this commandment shows us how important reverence is. In our busy lives, it's easy to say things without thinking, and to use the name of the Lord without realizing what it means. But the law itself is a call to be aware. It tells us to use God's name when we pray, praise, and connect with each other. Think of this commandment as a gentle warning to stop, think, and understand how holy the Lord's name is. In this stillness, we find God's presence, which brings us joy, peace, and strength. When we follow this commandment, we create an environment where the name of the Lord is a source of comfort, where it holds the weight of faith and the warmth of devotion. So, my dear friend, let's take this commandment as a reminder of how sacred God's name is. Let's use it with reverence and an understanding of how important it is. By doing this, we can get closer to God and invite the blessings of faith, respect, and awe into our lives. Fourth commandment. Let's think about the sacred commandment. Remember the Sabbath day by keeping it holy. This commandment is often forgotten in the busyness of modern life, but it contains a deep truth that calls us to find peace in stillness, to stop in the middle of the chaos, and to reconnect with the divine. As soon as we look at a peaceful, natural environment, we are taken to a peaceful world where the chaos of everyday life fades into the background. When things are quiet and peaceful like this, we feel God's presence more. My friend, the Sabbath is a gift from God. It is a precious day of rest and renewal. In the middle of life's never-ending demands, it's a calm, a safe place where we can rest and feel better. It's a reminder that we are more than just bodies. We also have minds that need to be fed. Think of this day as a canvas on which you paint moments of spiritual thought and connection. Imagine taking a break, not just to catch your breath, but also to connect with your inner self. When it's quiet on the Sabbath, you can listen to your soul's words and talk to God. You will find a deep well of peace and insight in these quiet moments that are so important. It's like the waves of life's demands have stopped moving, and the seas of your soul have become clear and calm. You find the strength to deal with life's problems with grace and resiliency when you're in touch with the divine. The Sabbath is a sacred time to get away from noise and other distractions, refocus on what's important, and let your spirit fly. It's a reminder that the quiet of the Sabbath is a place where you can both rest your body and feed your soul. So, my dear friend, don't forget the gift of the Sabbath as you move through the busyness of life. Use it as a chance to get in touch with your spiritual side, to rest, think, and feel refreshed. In these quiet times, you will not only feel God's presence, but also find the peace and understanding that will help you on your way. Fifth commandment. Would you not agree, my dear friend, that the word honor your father and mother is more than just a rule? Think about this. Our parents, who cared for and raised us, are like a bridge between the past and the future. They were the first things that our lives were built on. Now, if a bridge's base is weak, can it still stand strong? Love and respect for the people who brought us into this world are what make a family strong. Think of it like the bricks that make up the base of your house. Can a house grow and live without a strong base? In a similar way, can a family really grow and thrive if they don't love and respect their roots? When we remember our parents, we strengthen the ties that keep us connected to the past and lay the groundwork for a loving, united, and prosperous future. Stop for a moment, my dear friend, and think about how deep the word honor your father and mother goes. It tells us to look deep inside ourselves and remember the love and sacrifices our parents have made for us. Think about all the nights they stayed up to calm us when we were scared, care for us when we were sick, and celebrate even the smallest of our successes. Think about the advice they've given you, those pearls of knowledge that have stood the test of time. Think about the beliefs they taught you, the moral compass that helps you decide what to do. When you remember your parents, you do more than just recognize their role in your life. You create a tapestry of love and respect that will last forever. Think of it as a gift that will be passed down from one family to the next. In the same way that they cared for you, you take care of a practice of love, respect, and family unity that will last long after you are gone. When you show respect for your parents, you give life to a legacy that ties generations together and makes people feel like they fit and are related. You add to a history that honors the strength of love, respect, and family ties. So, my friend, you should never forget how important this commandment is. When you honor your parents, you leave a tradition that will last through the ages and show how much love and respect can do. Sixth commandment. As we go through life, let's think about the deep meaning of "you shall not murder." This law is a reminder of how sacred life is, my dear friend. It reminds us that life in all its forms is a precious gift that we must treasure and defend. Think for a moment about how life is like a complicated fabric in which each person, each soul, plays a unique role. Can you imagine how beautiful it is that each thread fits together to make the creation we call life? Love and kindness should grow in your heart, because they are the threads that hold this fabric together and make it stronger. Because it's in being kind that we find out what we're really about as people. Kindness is the seed that grows into kindness, understanding, and empathy. Life is a precious gift, and every person you meet is also a precious life. If you accept this rule with an open heart, it will change how you treat other people. If you choose love over hate, you'll see that love has a magical way of making hate go away. Choose to be kind instead of mean, and you'll see how a simple act of kindness can make someone's worst day better. Let forgiveness take the place of anger, because forgiveness is the medicine that heals scars and brings people back together. When we forgive, we free not only the other person from the weight of guilt, but also ourselves from the chains of hatred. By following this rule, you do more than just protect life, you also make it better. You become a shining example of love and kindness that encourages others to do the same. By respecting the sacredness of life, you help make the world a better place, one act of kindness at a time. So, my friend, let's carry the deep truth of "you shall not murder" with us as we go through life. Let it be a steady reminder that our actions have the power to make this world more beautiful and light, the way to a brighter, more caring future. Seventh commandment. My dear friend, let's talk about the deep commandment, "You shall not commit adultery." In the complicated dance of love and relationships, this commandment is a stable rock that shows how important it is to be faithful and committed. As we look at these pictures of happy moments shared by couples in love, we are told that love is a strong force. It is a light that can warm even the coldest hearts and bring light to the darkest days. Still, it needs careful care and safety, just like a fire. My friend, let love be the foundation of all your interactions. Think of it as the foundation of your relationship with your partner. Love can last through time and hard times if you take care of it. It can get stronger, deeper, and more meaningful as time goes on. Now think about the promises you've made and the vows you've shared with your partner. These are not just words, they are holy promises that bind your hearts together. When you choose to keep these promises, you make your relationship a place of love and safety. Your loyalty becomes the foundation on which your love story is built. It's the solid base that builds trust, encourages loyalty, and gives a sense of safety, which lets love grow without fear. My friend, you'll find the biggest joy in being true to your word. It's a joy that comes from knowing you're not alone on this trip through life, and that someone is with you through good times and bad. Fidelity is the treasure box where love's most valuable gems, loyalty, trust, and unwavering commitment, are kept. As you follow the commandment, "You shall not commit adultery," you choose to respect the love that keeps you and your partner together. When you do this, you make a love story that goes beyond the everyday and reaches the heights of deep, lasting, and unbreakable love. So, my friend, let this rule be your compass as you sail through the waters of love and commitment. Keep your promises, and you'll find the endless joy of a love story that lasts. Eighth commandment. Now, let's look more closely at the deep wisdom in the commandment, "You shall not steal." My dear friend, in a world full of chances and possibilities, there is no reason to steal from someone else. The way to real wealth goes in a completely different direction. It's all about making honesty and ethics your top priorities. When we see these images of people doing honest work, working hard to reach their goals, and eventually succeeding, we are informed of a basic truth. Prosperity is not the result of illegal gains, but rather the result of good work. A good life is built on being honest and having character. They are the foundation of your character and the image that goes with you everywhere you go. When you choose to work instead of take, you get more than just material wealth. You also gain the respect and trust of the people around you. Imagine a world where your word is your bond, your deeds show what kind of person you are, and your intentions are clear and honest. This is a world you can reach, and the 10 Commandments, which serve as your moral guide, will show you the way to righteousness and wealth. Accept these rules, my dear friend, because they aren't just directions. They're timeless principles that will lead you to a life of plenty and happiness. When you follow the commandment, "You shall not steal," you build a heritage of trust and respect that guides you through life. Remember that doing the right thing always leads to good things. As you walk the road of honesty and integrity, you will see that the world is full of chances, just waiting for you to grab them. And if you follow this road, you will not only have financial success, but also the deep wealth of a good, happy life. 9th Commandment. Let's look deeper into the important commandment, "You shall not give false testimony against your neighbor." This commandment, my dear friend, tells us to tell the truth when we talk to other people. It's a powerful lesson that being honest is the foundation of trust, and trust is the currency of deep, lasting relationships. As we look at these pictures of people having honest, heartfelt talks, we can see the powerful effect that being honest has on relationships. Truth, you see, isn't just a word. It's a force that affects everything we do with other people. It is the stuff that trust is made of, and that makes deep ties. Trust is the fragile bridge that links one heart and soul to another. It's the currency we use to move through the complex web of connections. When you keep the commandment of truth, you not only protect your own ethics, but you also help build a world where honesty and authenticity are valued. Imagine a world where people take what they say seriously, keep their promises, and you can trust that what they say is what they mean. This world isn't a dream. It's a place we can all live in if we follow the timeless rules. When you stand up for the truth, you become a shining example of honesty in a world that sometimes rewards lies and tricks. You create a place where honesty thrives, trust grows, and relationships become deep and long-lasting. So, my dear friend, let this rule be your guide in how you treat other people. Stand up for the truth, because when you do, you not only respect the sacredness of your own word, but you also help build a world where honesty and sincerity are valued and relationships are built on trust. 10th Commandment. Now, let's talk about the deep commandment, "You shall not covet." This commandment, my dear friend, gets to the heart of what people want and what makes them happy. It encourages us to stop wanting what other people have and instead find deep happiness in the blessings we already have. When we see these pictures of people finding happiness in small, everyday things, we are reminded of a deep truth. Peace is the key to a happy heart. It's a precious gem that's hidden inside us and just ready to be found. You see, coveting is the art of comparing, and comparing is often what steals joy. When we compare ourselves to others all the time, we might miss the unique beauty and wealth that are already in our own lives. A heart that is free of envy, on the other hand, shines with happiness. It is a heart that brings good things to you like a magnet. It is a heart that dances to the beat of being thankful for the simple and deep gifts that life gives us. Imagine a world where everyone followed the rule to be happy with what they have. In this world, cultivating inner peace and respect is more important than trying to get more stuff. It's a world where looking for happiness isn't a mad dash, but a calm journey of self-discovery. When you are thankful for the good things in your life, you open the door to happiness, and that happiness works like a beacon to bring you even more good things. Contentment is a strong force that turns ordinary moments into extraordinary ones and gives even the simplest joys deep meaning. So, my dear friend, let this rule show you the way to inner peace. When you let go of the weight of envy and open your heart to the blessings around you, you'll find that happiness isn't hard to find. It's already there, waiting to be honored and shared with the world. As we conclude, my dear friend, the 10 Commandments show us a deep way to live a life that is full of purpose and meaning. Take these timeless ideals as your guide, and may they lead you to a life of faith, honesty, and kindness. May the ideals of love, respect, and doing the right thing light your way and fill your life with meaning and happiness. May the grace of our Lord Jesus Christ and the love of God and the fellowship of the Holy Spirit be with us all, now and evermore.